Before this video starts, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. I wouldn't pick up that apple off the ground and eat it. Who knows how long that's been sitting there. And instead of eating the rest of it, he just throws it away after one bite. You might as well just throw it back on the ground instead of picking up and eating it. So whose pumpkin patch is this? They just allow anybody to come walking in and picking up a pumpkin all willy-nilly? If that's the case, who's to say that someone might come in and take more than one pumpkin and start selling it on the black market or something? Hey, I'm just saying. Dang, that pumpkin is as big as Linus. I'm amazed that she's able to carry it. And why aren't you helping him carry it, Lucy?
Because I'm a lady, that's why.
Wait, did Linus just leave his blanket in the pumpkin patch? Because we did see him come with it a minute ago. Where did this fence come from? Because they didn't pass it when they came to the pumpkin patch. It can't be this fence either. Just a couple minutes ago, when Linus and Lucy were leaving their house, there was no sidewalk in sight. Now this one appears. And either the pumpkin or Linus were left with scrapes from grinding on the sidewalk. What parent lets their own kids use a knife?
Oh, you didn't tell me you were gonna kill it.
Is this the first time that Linus carved a pumpkin? Because I'm sure he's not that young to know how a jack-o'-lantern is made. Charlie Brown and Discos go in and out of animation in this segment.
See? Here's a signed document, testifying that I promised not to pull it away.
I guess if you have a signed document in your possession, you can't go wrong.
Ah! Peculiar thing about this document, it was never notarized.
Oh, you always have a reason not to keep your promise from not pulling that football away from Charlie Brown, do you, Lucy?
Who are you writing to, Linus?
This is the time of year to write to the great pumpkin.
You must be crazy. When are you going to stop believing in something that isn't true?
When you stop believing in that fellow with the red suit and the white beard.
We are obviously separated by denominational differences.
Charlie Brown would be good at Halloween cartoon sins.
Not again! Writing a letter to a stupid pumpkin? You make me the laughing stock of the neighborhood. You better cut it out right now or I'll pound you.
Wow, how many times does Lucy threaten Linus with violence when she finds something that she doesn't like? It's amazing that it hasn't scared him enough to become complicit with everything that Lucy tells him.
There are 3 things I have learned never to discuss with people: religion, politics, and the great pumpkin.
Crazy how that's so relevant today as I speak. Hey look Lucy, you're on the TV guide. No.
Is the invitation to Violet's party, Charlie Brown?
Yes, it's the first time I've ever been invited to a party.
What? That's the first time you've been invited to a party? Are you really that lame, Charlie Brown?
Charlie Brown, if you got an invitation, it was a mistake. There were 2 lists, Charlie Brown. One to invite and one not to invite. You must have been put on the wrong list.
I'm sure you didn't want him to come to the party too, if that's how it works, Lucy.
A person should always choose a costume which is in direct contrast to her own personality.
Well, I ain't going to lie. You're not wrong with the choice of costume you've chosen, once and removed. If you look closely enough, everyone either has 4 fingers on one hand and 5 fingers on the other. The animators can't decide which one to have.
Do I get to go trick-or-treating this year, Big Brother?
Sure, Sally.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, how do we do it?
Oh, come on, Sally. This can't be your first Halloween trick-or-treating, is it?
Sure, Sally.
Where is Charlie Brown?
Here I am. I had a little trouble with the scissors.
Then how were you able to cut that many holes in your costume? You should have stopped at the first 2 holes you messed up on instead of cutting more holes into it. And you could also at least ask your parents to help you. And also before he puts it on, we can clearly see he had 2 perfectly cut eye holes. But all of a sudden, the rest of the holes appear when he puts it on. Wait, who's this kid? Because it can't be this girl in the green dress or Charlie Brown.
You blockhead, you're gonna miss all the fun just like last year.
So he did this before, right? And he didn't show up last year. And what makes him think that he'll show up now?
Don't talk like that. The Great Pumpkin knows which kids have been good and which kids have been bad. You'll be sorry.
Yep, that's definitely not Santa Claus he's talking about.
You don't believe the story of the Great Pumpkin? I thought little girls always believed everything that was told to them.
That's sexist.
If you try to hold my hand, I'll slug you.
But what will happen if you decided to hold his hand, huh? Throughout this whole entire scene, the animators can't even keep the right amount of kids in the whole group. First we start out with Charlie Brown, Lucy, Pigpen, the Pioneer Ghost, and Hyde. In the next shot we add on the girl in the green dress, and the other ghost at the door with Snoopy. Then they disappear and reappear and so on. Well, I never seen anyone throw that much candy in someone's bag at once. The only thing I ever seen with that much is usually a baggie full of popcorn with a bit of candy inside. But who likes popcorn being given to them on Halloween?
Can I have an extra piece of candy for my stupid brother? He couldn't come with us because he's sitting in a pumpkin patch, waiting for the Great Pumpkin. It's so embarrassing to have to ask for something extra for that blockhead Linus.
Then why ask?
I got 5 pieces of candy. I got a chocolate bar.
I got a quarter. I got a rock.
Gee, I got a candy bar.
Boy, I got 3 cookies.
Hey, I got a package of gum.
I got a rock.
I got a popcorn ball.
I got a fudge bar.
I got a pack of gum.
I got a rock.
Why is everyone in the neighborhood only giving rocks to Charlie Brown? And on top of that, they can't even keep the same voice actors for every character except for Lucy and Charlie Brown. 5 cents removed for one of the greatest animation scenes in Charlie Brown history.
Here's the World War I flying ace, imagining he's down behind enemy lines.
Narration.
If we shape the eyes like this, and the nose like this, and the mouth like this. Yes, that's the way.
That doesn't look nothing like the concept art you drew on Charlie Brown, so what was the reason why you needed him? And you only have yourself to blame if you thought they were going to use your face as the model instead of the back of your head, Charlie Brown. Is this supposed to be the same house that Charlie Brown and the gang are having their Halloween party in? We see Snoopy hiding behind the curtains here and somehow managed to get into the bucket of water without anyone seeing him. This is the only time we ever see Pigpen with glasses on and never again. Heck, he didn't even wear glasses here.
That's Bob for apples. This is the way to do it. Yeah, Lucy, you should be good at this. You have the perfect mouth for it.
You know, it's never explained how a piano at that size can sound like a full-sized piano. Sally's hand is blue in this segment.
Halloween is over and I missed it! You blockhead! You kept me up all night waiting for the Great Pumpkin. And all that came was a beagle. I didn't get a chance to go out for tricks or treats. And it was all your fault.
Well, he didn't force you to stay out here all night, did he? You're the one who decided to stay with him anyway, so blame yourself. Wait a minute, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's still out there in the pumpkin patch? And his parents didn't even notice he didn't come home yet? And they left Lucy to go get him at the pumpkin patch instead of them? Boy, both Lucy and Linus's parents are the worst parents ever. And I'm amazed that Linus didn't die from hypothermia because it is fall and winter is coming. And no, it doesn't make up for the time you made fun of Linus for his silly ways or wanted to beat him up, Lucy.
I suppose you spent all night in the pumpkin patch. And the Great Pumpkin never showed up?
Nope.
Well, don't take it too hard, Linus. I've done a lot of stupid things in my life, too.
Stupid? What do you mean, stupid? Just wait till next year, Charlie Brown. You'll see. Next year at this same time, I'll find a pumpkin patch that is real sincere.
Will you just give it a rest, Linus?